Hey there everyone, my name is Moki Shepard from the Guys Who Play Games, back with some more Donkey Kong Country 3. Except this ain't the Donkey Kong Country 3 we know, because this is actually the Game Boy Advance port. And the reason we're tackling this is because I wanted to show off the New World Pacifica. I'm recording this before my review comes out of this whole port, but I'm doing this like after I've pretty much written the whole thing. Basically, I'm going to be going through the port, or I guess all these levels. There's 6 levels in this world, up from every other world having 5, so I guess they really wanted to add in some extra. And I'll basically just be showing off some of the minor gameplay things I noted in my review, and just the fact that, you know, just reviewing these levels as a whole. I'm not going to be able to show everything off because, I mean, there's no documentation on this. And I have no clue, so I mean, I'll just be showing off what I do know, what I found, and all that jazz. Whee! Anyways. So yeah, you can probably already notice a lot of gameplay changes with this port, like how when you roll into enemies, it doesn't actually like speed you up the first time because this game's weird. I'm not sure why, like the second one does and every other one does too. It's just one of those weird, like, the momentum's different and I'm not sure why it's like that. But yeah, this level is kind of in an interesting situation. You'll notice eventually, not right now, but this level I think was partially made in response to the fact that a certain type of level doesn't really exist in Donkey Kong Country 3, which is levels where the water level changes halfway through. And we won't see that just yet, but I think we'll actually see it pretty soon. We got this funny little DK barrel here that looks like it's on the ground, but it is an aerial one. Nope, didn't choose it. But yeah, you can see like the water level changes, so now you've lost access to the previous part of the level. Shit. And now we go back up, and hey, look, we're platforming where there used to be water. I mean, people talked about this, but it's like meaningfully, the water level changing barely changes stuff. Like, it can have a big difference depending on how you use it, but Donkey Kong Country 2 really didn't use it all that much in like anything that actually affected gameplay. Like, the idea would be that the water level changes in spots where you were once swimming, but like the game mostly just moves water level around so that you can, like, I mean, I guess it matters because you can like drop down and shit, but it's like, you know what I mean, like it wouldn't be much different from just having part of the level that just shoots you up or something. It just takes less time basically. And we got this part that's pretty much like right out of Poisonous Pipeline. Oh, I missed an N-Guard barrel? Really? Shoot. Wonder where that was. Anyways, in typical DKC fashion, if you want to get some hit items, just go where these lurchins are blocking and you'll get a nice coin and 1-up, which is, you know... I'm glad that the people who made these levels knew exactly how this game worked. You always gotta put hidden stuff where enemies are. Alright, more DK barrels. You can tell the water's going to drop down now. There's a red buzz here for some reason. I'm not sure, is there a barrel around here that you could try to kill him with? Otherwise it's like, why is there red barrel? These bristles are so fast, they look unnatural because their animations are really slow in this port, so it just looks kind of weird. I think there's actually a bonus up there that I've now missed because I got hurt by those damn turbo speed bristles. Oh well. Doesn't really matter. Hey, we get to see a rocket barrel. So it's kind of the theme of these levels, because they're made after the fact, they kind of feel a lot like Donkey Kong Land 3 levels, in a sense. Which is why there'll be a lot of levels that just have random off. Yeah, okay, so I missed some stuff over there. That's fine. Whatever. I'm not gonna bother getting the bonus. I'm just gonna... You know, I mean, I guess we'll check out Barnacle here. Like, I don't like how he's changed. Like, I like his area looks cool. Like, I like how he has like a shark in here and shit, or like maybe that's a whale. I can't tell. But like, I don't know. It's just he feels so stereotypical now, and like not to mention that all the brothers just have like completely different art styles now. Like, I guess I'll give him the shell. He'll give me a banana bird. What the? Did my game just crash? Oops. Yeah. That was funny. You know what it is? I guess we can see this intro on here. I mean, it'll be in the review and stuff too, but it's like whatever. I just forgot that I didn't actually play through the game again for the most part. I had used a code that gave me like all the banana birds and stuff, so I could just like quickly show everything off because I didn't want to play through the entire game again just to get some random footage. So I probably just completely broke the game because I got a banana bird that doesn't actually exist. But that's no big deal because I've already beaten all these levels. I did properly play through these levels at least. So yeah, but yeah, it's just like I don't like the new art style of the bears. They look so stereotypical now. Like I like how Barnacle used to just have like that cool. I mean, I guess it's not really cool looking, but it's like it's cool looking in the sense that you don't really see dudes just wearing turtlenecks in video games very often. Anyways, we got what is probably my favorite level in this world. I mean, David Wise does good music and stuff, and like that's definitely makes a big part of it. But it's like, I think the song mostly just fits with this level. Like that's kind of the funny thing. The new music mostly, I feel like, just fits with the new levels. Doesn't really fit with the old levels. But I don't know if that's just because I'm used to the old levels having the old music or whatnot. I'm not sure. But what I really like about this level is that this kind of does what a ROM hack that I've been playing lately does. In this game, is that the level, it's a stilt level, and it's, we got this new enemy, Kraka. I'll talk about him in the port too and stuff, but it's like, oh, right, but he's glitchy. Kraka is a very poorly designed enemy, because he just runs into you and doesn't collide with anything you're holding, so you get stuff like that, where he just runs through the barrel I'm holding, and it's really bad. It's like probably like the worst thing about one of like all the new stuff this port does. Well, that and the fact that Kitty can't throw Dixie for shit in this port. But anyways, let's talk about what I like about this level is that it's a very unlinear level. Like there's a lot of extra paths. Like it's literally just a level you run left to right, but even though it is a level that you just run left to right, there's a lot of extra ways to go. I like how this part just has the same palette. Hey, we got a bonus, cool. There's a lot of areas where you can either choose to go on the boardwalk or just to... Anything up here? No. You can choose to go on the boardwalk or you can choose to go on... the thing. I like how this bonus is literally like this bonus actually gives you more than 50 seconds. Holy shit. It's also grabbed 20 bananas instead of 15. I'm not sure how many grabbed bananas there are in the original game that are more than 15 or less than 15. I think they might actually all be 15 now that I think about it. Oh! Why did I fall off? I don't know. Okay, can you move away, dude? I guess not. Yeah, as soon as you fall down and he just doesn't want to move, it's like you're just kind of screwed. But yeah, you get the picture with this bonus. You just kind of go left to right over and over again. Pretty basic. We're already at the halfway point, I barely saw it. But like what I like is like there's this part up there you can like walk through the thing. But you can also drop down here and go through the water and have your fun down here. Although in the water you can just get Enguard and do this. It kind of defeats the purpose. But it's fun. Jerk. I mean, let's go through. Like there's a lot of cool buzz uses. Like you can come over here and there's a little like circle buzz movement. I really hate the Kraka enemy. Like they're just so like they're just so unfinished. Which I mean, I guess it's kind of the theme of the port, but you know what I mean. Anyways, can I go back? Am I actually screwed out of getting this barrel? I want my DK barrel back. Maybe... Am I really stuck? Yeah, that's lame. Nope. That's unfortunate, so I guess I'm swimming back. But yeah, this level actually lags a lot on a normal Game Boy. I'm playing on emulator, but like on a normal Game Boy, the tidal waves in the background actually cause the game to kind of lag a little bit. Especially when you're dealing with the explodey dudes, the crackers. Which in typical DKC 3 fashion, they only show up in this level. Which I guess is like... Oh god. God. Like, when they're on the ground, you can collide with them, but as soon as they start moving, they're just, like, they just run through you and you die. And it's super dumb. Yeah, like here, like, you can go up here with the buzz, or you can drop down to the water and do some other stuff. It's just a cool level. Oh! And there's Bazza the Barracuda there. Yeah, you actually see Bazza again outside of the one level. He shows up in this level and in the next level too, I think. Or, well, the next water level, anyways. I'm showing off more of this level than I really care to admit, so let's just kinda... Let's just go. Jump over you. Over you, I'll throw you. Oh look, it's more dudes. Let's throw you too. Anything down here? No, it's just Coco, and you can jump up here. Pretty cool, I think. I just like how there's just like remnants of like different types of levels here. Like it's basically a water level and like a river. Well, I guess you can kind of think of it as like a Riverside level too in that sense. But I mean, that's just how Riverside levels are. They're basically the exact same as Stilts, just with less complex geometry, actually, funny enough. You can go up here and see that Swanky Sideshow. Like, they're so lazy with this one. For some reason, they just put it in a cave. Like, I'm not sure why. Oh, it is the next level. Cool. So, yeah. Sunken Spruce. This is a tree level, but it's underwater. And it has this trippy-looking background that I'm not sure what it's supposed to be. Coins at, like, the start for once, which is kind of funny. Whoops. Oh, whatever. You can't see too much of the background right now, but it's like... It's got like a sunken ruin looking type of thing, and I'm not sure where this background's even from, because I doubt they'd make an entirely new background just for this one level. But yeah, anyways, so this level's interesting because it's basically like a tree level. It's got like the geometry of a tree level, but it's underwater, so you get all the fish enemies and stuff. And it's pretty cool actually, I think. Like I think tree levels have some of the the best usage of geometry like this. Although one complaint I do have with this level is that because the tree graphics are already dark and the water just makes it even darker, it just becomes kind of hard to see where you're going sometimes. Anyways, you have barracudas there. Want to be careful. Like a lot of times I found myself missing the doors and actually finding bonuses. Also, it's inconsistent geometry, because for some reason this part of the tree you can't swim up past. And I know why, because otherwise this entire part would be pointless, but it's just funny to me that they did that. Let's get that. Oh. Boom. Because the way... I'm not sure if I've even mentioned this at all in my reviews, but the way that the geometry works in the Game Boy Advance ports... Oh my god, I should not have gone there, but... The way it works in these ports is actually that, whatchamacallit? The graphics are actually completely independent from the, like, physicalness of the tile sets, unlike the actual games, the original games. So you can set up invisible physical objects wherever you want. Like, it's not tied to graphics. Which is why they can do stuff like that, where it's slightly different from one another. And that also ties into why sometimes the geometry is slightly different from what you'd expect it to be. Because they had to mean, like, it's manually placed, right? It's not tied to the graphics, so it's not 100% consistent at all times. Which is why sometimes I find myself in certain levels actually falling through the ground because it wasn't done perfectly. But, you know. Like, for example, you can see I can swim up through this thing now. Because, oh god! This is definitely like the best swimming level in this port, and that's not really saying much though, because honestly the Game Boy Advance port's swimming sucks in all the games. Like, it doesn't have the thing like in Mario World where you can stop going up, and like I don't think the actual SNES games have that either. But like, it's mixed with like the smaller screen size and the fact that you go up a lot faster in this version. So sometimes it's like you'll press a button and you fly up like all the way to the top of the screen and you just get hit and there's not really much you can do about it. Whoa. Carefully about. Oh, I betcha. Throw up here. Boom, green life. Hey ho. God. Oh, there's a buzz down there. Yeah, I remember this. I found this because like the door is like, where even is the door? It's not over here, but because it's so hard to see in this version, I actually found this bonus by accident the first time. I guess we'll show off the bonus, because I mean, I'm not going to show them all off because none of them are particularly interesting, to be honest. This is basically just barracudas, but like used in a way that you can't just swim under them like in the original level. And you basically just go up and then you go down here. But it is a little hard, damn it. Shouldn't have gone. But I only had like 7 seconds left, man. I was running out of time. I hate how long it takes, by the way. You get hit, and you're sitting here for like 10 seconds. It's like they really want to rub it in. Anyways, we're going past more Minkies. This is what I mean about levels being designed more like Donkey Kong Land 3, where they have these gimmicks, but they're not really even gimmicks in the context of the game, because they're just normal enemies that get used a lot. Anyways, here we've got Cliffside Blast, which, as you can guess, is a level that, because the original game had the laggy barrels and never had a blast barrel level, here's your blast barrel level, and I'm going to tell you right now that this might actually be my favorite blast barrel level in the entire series. Because it's actually kind of funny how well the mountainside levels work for this type of like level concept. And not only just like this level type, but just the style of like enemy sprites and the way they hide stuff in these levels just works really well. Because like, oops, it's like even when like you've got an obvious path, it's like there's lots of like, you can like kind of land on this geometry here where like the clip is, and you can like walk around here and see stuff. Like, it doesn't feel like you have to always just be interacting with the blast barrels and stuff. Like, you can just walk around at odd spots, and they'll even hide stuff in those spots. It's really cool. I also got hurt really fast. What is this level? Oh yeah, it's the copters. I actually hate this bonus. Because it's like, it's really easy to just climb past the ropes by accident. Like, and when you jump onto the rope, moving right, you have to stop. Like, it always turns you to the direction you're pushing. So if I jump onto the rope from the left and I'm holding right to go on the rope, it'll automatically turn you right. And then that means that at a certain point, you'll just get hit by the copter guaranteed, which is really annoying. Woo! And you get to see like cool little jumps like this, where you're like doing platforming on like the mountainside. Like, you never really do that in the original game. Other than in Kong Fused Cliffs. And I mean, to be honest, Coin isn't hidden very well as usual, but at least he has a cool little thing here where you have to kind of like get past this red buzz to get him. And the red buzz is even like right here, so like, yeah, it can be a little tricky. Anyways, I think there's something here, yep. See what I mean? Like, it's just a really cool level. And you got like this little like thing here you can kind of see. If you have a team, if you have your partner, you can even take a shortcut there, which is pretty cool. By throwing up to that barrel we saw. You know, it's not even, I'm not sure if it's intended, but that's how it is. And then we got the classic waterfall style buzzes that are here for no reason other than to just make you think there's something there. But no, it's just to make sure you don't fall down to the old level. And like, yeah, like the new mount music works really well in the context of this level of just like going back, like purely like doing this platforming and going up. You got this cool little thing here. If you have, you can either go over here with like team throw, or you can just jump over here from the top of the rope. Lots of things you can do. Whoa, that was close. I don't think these copters work very well in the context of a non-auto-scroller. It feels like because you go way faster than the auto-scroller does, so you like climb up and then like the copter just kind of pops up and you just get hit. And it feels like there's not really much you could have done. If you want to drop down easily, you can just do that. Oh shit, where am I? Okay. Level's actually pretty well made for making it so... Oh, fuck. So it's not impossible to go back down, even though it can be hard to. Because there's a lot of points when... whatchamacallit? I forget what the term is, but like, yeah, we got this... This section I think is a lot better because you can kind of see the copters early and you can hear them. Got this weird crimp section. This is like straight out of like Donkey Kong Country 2's, chain link chamber where you have to climb up past those cutlasses the one time, where it's like the same thing except there's actually stuff there and the cutlasses aren't just there for like random nothing. What's weird to me about this level is that all the bonuses and like even the coin are just so well like easily found, even though a lot of other stuff isn't. It's weird. It's like the bonuses are the easiest thing to find in this level, which is kind of the funny part. Wham. We're already at the end of the level anyways. Boom. Anything in there? Nope, that wall is completely solid. Which is a proof of my, the way how the geometry works in this game. Unfortunately, though, now that we have... I guess I'll save here just in case something happens. I mean, I've already beaten everything, so it's not like it matters. But unfortunately, that was the end of the good levels, and now we're getting into the nightmare levels that are... These last two levels kind of just do a good job of showcasing just how bad the alternate control styles in this game work. Like, we've got here essentially a underwater version of the Squawks level from Donkey Kong Country 2. This is his section of Animal Antics, and I say... Ugh. And I say... that it's bad because it really showcases how poorly planned out the water controls are in this game. Like, it's just... you pretty much have to hold down at all times if you don't want to swim up into something and just get hit. And even then, like, you see that, like, geez, man. I think part of it, though, is that it's kind of trial and error. Like, in the Animal Antics wind part, they always make sure to put the wind at a wide open area so you don't just get zoomed into the wall. And part of it is also that the wind isn't as strong as it is here. So a lot of times the wind will start and you'll just get flung, like you'll fly into the enemies, like watch. Like the wind starts here and it's just like holy crap, like if you don't hold the opposite direction immediately you're gonna get hit. And this one's okay. Like it actually has different strengths, which I wish it was like this more, but this one still kind of sucks because it's still like the screen size is so small. Like part of it just kind of comes back down to screen size. Like there's a reason why the Donkey Kong Lane 3, all those types of levels, they slow down. They're like toboggans and skull carts and stuff because the small screen size kind of sucks. This is the type of bonus I honestly you should have had in Poisonous Pipeline, but you know, whatever. Wham. And then I think it puts you off here because they're assholes and now I'm going to die going back up. Because this area is not wide enough. We got these, I didn't even mention it, but yeah, we have these weird color palette swapped Lurchins that look really, like, I wouldn't say they look ugly, they look kind of like Barbos, but like opposite color schemes. Like Barbos is like red, like they have the same color, but then the Lurchins themselves are like that puke green. They're just, it's weird. We have this weird thing up here, or we're this far into the level and we just gained the K, which is funny to me. Like I think we're already almost to the midpoint. I hate the water in this game. I'm just gonna die and have to restart the level. I'm gonna do it. I might have to start cutting a whole bunch. On the bright side, this port does at least have really fast loading maps, so I can just kind of instantly enter the level. Oh my god, like, I pressed A once there and I flew up into that lurch and I couldn't even see yet. Like, it just sucks. Like, a lot of this level feels like it's just kinda, you have to really take it slow. Like, it's not trial and error, but you can't go fast at all. Like here, I have to basically sit here and wait, otherwise I'm gonna swim into this dude here who's way closer. Oh, is that not here yet? Okay, that's fine. Like, you got these... Like, look how tight those bazas are. Like, and this one sucks here because the camera kind of goes in front of you. So I have to be holding left here to not fly into the enemies. And when you turn... Like, you can see, like, look how far over the camera goes when you're turning directions. Like, that's good... But it's not good when the game unexpectedly, like, doesn't, use it well. Anything over here? Surprised. Like, I know, yeah. I'm holding down there, and I pressed up pretty much, like, frames before I was gonna get killed by that dude. And then it's just, like, I can't do anything! Like, I hate this level! What were they thinking? Like, this is the kind of thing where it's hard to gauge the different. Like, this is why you need playtesters. Like, this is true for anyone who's doing level design. You can't test your own level and call it a day because you know the level. You don't know how people are going to react to it. Ugh, okay. I'm holding down for my life, but I don't want to fly into this lurch in here. Okay, I'm taking it. See, if you take it really, really slow, you can do it. I also like how these bazes don't even... What the? Okay, now they were. They weren't coming out of the... They were not coming out of the wall before properly. That's weird. And then that one, I swear, had an extra one. Do they always come in fours? Yeah, they do. I'm just maybe didn't pay attention. It doesn't help that the barracudas in this level are way harder than the actual level. I think I just missed a bonus. But I don't care, and I'm going to die anyways. I just took a hit, and we're at the hardest part of the level right here, so yeah, good luck me. That was actually an alternate pathway. What is here? Is there something there? Is there a bonus, or what? That's weird that it, like, it keeps going. I'm going to die super bad. The problem is that... Oh, maybe. Did I do it? I think I did. Now we got this annoying part where the water keeps pushing you. And it's not even hard because, like, you go faster, but it just takes forever to get to the door here. And it's really annoying. There we go. I guess I'll show off this minor... I don't think I mentioned this in the review, but when you enter the cave parts of these water levels, they actually change the music, which I think is kind of sad because... I mean, it kind of spoils the cave music in a sense, because you don't normally see any cave levels until World 6. Oh god, and now we're here for Surf's Up. This level also kind of sucks. But it's not quite as bad as the level we just did, thankfully, but this level still sucks. Surf's Up. This is basically a mixture of a toboggan level and a normal, like, pipe level. And this one sucks because this, like, there's moving buzzes and stuff, and, like, that's not the bad part. The problem is, you can see here that I mentioned this in the review, but the toboggan levels have completely different physics from the original game. So you get stuff like that, right? Hop off that buzz, and then I'm just screwed. Like, I don't know what's coming, but because I didn't hold the jump button to pop off of him to go up to the top, I'm just dead. Of course, because there's a bonus here, I'm not dead, but it's still, like, there's no way to know that that's gonna happen. It's just strange. Like, the toboggans, the scale of everything is so much smaller, so you, like, when you, like, jump in the toboggan levels now, like, you're slower, but you go, like, you jump to the goddamn sky. Like, look at this. Like, if I jump full force, I'm, like, sliding off the ceiling. Ugh. Ah, fuck. To be fair, that one was actually totally my fault. Oh, but that just sucks. Also, these red buzzes. Ugh, that jumps really hard. See what I mean? Like, holy crap. Actually, that went pretty well, all things considered. Anyways, we got what is, like, pretty much the only time in this whole game they actually let you do this, basically. You can roll off this cake to, like, fly into all these... It's, like, perfectly time to fly past the red buzzes, and then these green buzzes here, it's like, whatever. Smack into one of these crumples. Kill the buzzes. Boom, boom, boom. And hey, look, it's a knick-knack. That dude you only ever see once in the whole game. In one level, there's just the one knick-knack there, and he's the only one, too. There's no other ones in this level. Ah! Yeah, remember how I mentioned the geometry isn't the same as the graphics in this game? You'll notice how I kind of, like, fell through that pipe. Oh, okay, I was wrong. There's two more knick-knacks. Two more of the yellow knickknacks that I just got myself killed after looking at them. Well, I guess we'll just see how this toboggan level can go badly now, huh? Oh, shit! I think that one was my fault, I'd say. Ugh, that part's really tough. Like, part of this is that I already remember the level because I've already played this. Kind of weird thing to me is how there's no top to the pipe up here, and obviously, like, you would never be able to interact with that because, you know, you can't go up there, it's impossible. But it's just interesting to me that they even did that. I like how when the one frame you get the Kongs, it looks really glitchy. Anyways, let's try not to die this time, huh? So yeah, this is where coin is. You have to basically just grab this from the red buzz. And there's the end of the level. Whoop-de-doo. So yeah, that's Pacifica. That's all I really have to show. I mean, I guess I should go off with the caves over here, whirlpool wreck. And here's Barbos. Actually, I guess in the context of what this is, I talked about Croctopus in the thing, but I might as well like do like a more in-depth look at his thing because he is new technically. So I'm gonna go move over to him. I guess I'm not gonna skip that because even though once again I've shown all this off in the review, mostly it's all kind of scattered footage. So I guess I'll just show it off more properly. And go over here. Razor Wedge is way over here in this version. Hey, we can go over to Benny's over here. This port actually has these little split paths where instead of like being at Benny's and going over to Cranky's here, it actually has like a empty spot where you can't enter the level. Anyways, yeah, let's go up the chairlift. I'm gonna go ahead and speed this up with speed up because it takes forever. And let's check out Croctopus. It's got a little blue flag. The bosses get flags in this version. I don't like that because it's like... I like that in the original they were just like empty level spots. Feels weird. Anyways, Croctopus is basically use Dixie the boss because, especially in the later parts of the fight, it becomes pretty much impossible to do it as Kitty. So as I've said, Croctopus' whole thing is that you're basically just getting him to claw at these bombs. And this boss feels so just... like, this is such a video gamey boss, it's not even funny. Just random bombs with faces on them for some reason. Like, they couldn't even use normal TNT, because I guess you can pick up normal TNT, and they didn't want you being able to do that. So they have these weird cartoony bombs with faces. And you have to make him hit the bombs, and it's like... and like, the problem is that, later on, it becomes... well, first of all, the explosions of the bomb actually hurt you. Oh, shit! Well, I guess we'll get to see off just how hard this fight can be with Kitty. The problem is that it's hard... we'll see why here. Like, pretty much if you want to win this fight, you pretty much just have to sit here. Is like the best idea. And you have to just kind of like scoot your way in between here. He does cloth you down there, so you have to be careful about that. Yeah. Well, I beat him, so yeah, there you go. That's the problem right there, is that like when he's clawing the middle spot and the spot where you are, and he's hitting a bomb, it's like there's not really much you can do. I guess you can go the middle, but then you can't. It's like, I don't know. It's a weird boss, and I don't think it's particularly well designed, and it's not very creative either. I mean, if nothing else, it's at least a boss where you platform, which makes sense for a platforming game, but, you know, whatever. Anyways, yeah, so that's Pacifica and Croctopus. So yeah, see you guys later.